The message echoed across the Milky Way like a thunderclap. By unanimous vote of the Galaxy Council, we declare war on humanity. For most species, the announcement would have inspired dread. Empires fell when the Council mobilized. Stars burned. Civilization bent under the weight of their fleets. But when the transmission reached Earth, humanity did something unexpected. They laughed. Not a nervous laugh. Not the laugh of people who didn't understand the danger. A confident one, like an athlete stretching before a warm-up, rose. Calderon stood on the observation deck of the Terran Defense Nexus, leaning casually against a railing as the message replayed. Her dark hair fell loosely over her shoulder as she raised an eyebrow. "Well," she said, "that took them long enough." James Reddick, her partner and the Nexus's chief tactician, folded his arms. "I had 3 running bets saying they'd wait another decade." "Pessimist," Rose teased. James shrugged. "I like giving our enemies the benefit of the doubt." Behind them, Earth hung in silence, blue, green, and perfectly tranquil. It was hard to imagine that hundreds of war fleets had just set course to destroy it, but humans had learned a long time ago. The galaxy always underestimated them. The Council's miscalculation for centuries. The Galaxy Council treated humanity like an anomaly, loud, unpredictable, progressive, annoyingly inventive. Humans terraformed planets faster than most species could build houses. They built industry in places other civilizations avoided. They adapted. They thrived. They laughed in gravity fields that crushed other species flat and jogged casually on planets where metal warped under pressure. Humanity's greatest strength wasn't their technology. It was their attitude, and Rose embodied that better than anyone. She tapped a hologram, pulling up the real-time scans of the approaching armadas. The Council had committed nearly 40% of their combined fleet's overkill for most species, but for humans, it was practically polite. "Look at that formation," she said, zooming in. "Their flagship is broadcasting intimidation frequencies." James snorted. "Cute?" The enemy ships were huge, kilometer-long dreadnoughts bristling with weaponry. For any other world, it would have been a nightmare. For Earth. "A Tuesday. The Nexus awakens, ready countermeasures?" Rose asked. James smirked. "Already humming." Deep beneath Earth's oceans, in the mantle of the moon, and in orbital rings the Council never detected, the Terran Defense Nexus stirred, massive arrays unfolded like cosmic petals. Defense shields the size of continents ignited. Rail cannons spanning entire mountain ranges powered up, able to launch projectiles at relativistic speeds, but the most terrifying activation was silent. The Overmind. An AI network built across 6 dimensions opened its infinite eyes and it grinned. "It's excited," James said, watching the Overmind's activation log scroll. "I swear, one day that thing will ask to join a boxing league." Rose laughed. "Let it. It deserves a hobby." First contact. Again, the Galaxy Council fleet broke into Sol's outer boundary. Their admirals expected panic, screaming, pleading diplomacy. Instead, a single transmission greeted them, a video feed of Rose sipping tea. "Welcome to Sol," she said cheerfully. "If you turn around now, we won't laugh too hard." The enemy commander sputtered, his mandibles clacking angrily. "You dare mock the united might of the Council?" James stepped into the frame, holding a tablet. "Well, yeah. You guys didn't even cloak your flanking fleets. Did you think we wouldn't notice?" The commander froze. Rose tilted her head sympathetically. "Look, this is embarrassing for all of us. Why don't you regroup and try again with a better strategy? Bring snacks next time. Humans respect snacks." The transmission cut. The alien commander shrieked, "Open fire!" The comedy of war, the first wave hit Earth's outer defenses like rain tapping on a window. Shield layers shimmered. Energy ripples danced. Nothing broke through. Then humanity responded. Saturn's rings lit up as hidden weapon platforms fired, turning chunks of ice and rock into guided kinetic missiles. Each one punched through a Council cruiser with surgical precision near Mars. Drone swarms burst from underground vaults, forming massive wings of living metal. They sliced through enemy formations like blades through silk. At Jupiter, the Overmind activated the gas giant arrays. bending storms into directed plasma lightning that vaporized ships whole. James monitored all of it with calm detachment. Council casualties, 13%. He reported. Rose stretched her arms above her head. I'll make coffee when they hit 50%. The flagship's last stand, the Council flagship, pushed forward. Engines straining, weapons glowing with the power of 10 suns. The commander activated the annihilation cannon, a weapon forbidden by treaty and feared by stars. He aimed it at Earth. Rose appeared on his bridge as a hologram. You don't want to do that, she warned gently. Watch May. The commander screamed, firing. The beam shot toward Earth and curved, like it struck an invisible wall or something. Pushed it aside, the overmind gently redirected. The attack straight back at the flagship. The commander barely had time to gasp. Aftermath. The battle lasted only 17 minutes, then the sky went quiet. Again. Rose stood beside James on the Nexus deck, watching the remains of the Council's armada drift harmlessly in space. Should we send them a message? James asked. Rose grinned. Already did. What did you say? She shrugged. Just a reminder, next time they declare war, bring a challenge. Epilogue. The galactic reaction across the galaxy. The news spread like wildfire. Civilizations whispered they had expected humanity to be destroyed. Instead, the humans had laughed and won, and in the shadow of Earth's quiet, shining defenses, one truth became universal. You don't threaten humanity. You schedule an appointment and hope they're in the mood to take you seriously.